Let's get it, man. Another episode, Food Community Show. It's your host, Rich Homie Juan, the top fool. And today, man, we got real special guests, man. I don't just say that. You know, usually we got rappers, content creators. Well, you fall in that bubble, right? Content creator. But I brought my boy over here because he's really outspoken, and I feel like he could spit a lot of game for the community, you know. So no introduction, you know. Ricardo Aguilar, you know, I appreciate you coming through.
My boy, on the contrary, thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys having me on your platform and inviting me here. It's an honor to me, so thank you.
Hey, you know, I sure appreciate that. I know you just came back from Mexico, right?
I did. I was in Guadalajara for a couple of days.
Is that where your family's from?
No, we're from Michoacán. So, but Guadalajara is like a second home to us. So Michoacán is kind of like a little bit of a battleground right now. There's a lot of shit going on.
What Tierra Caliente, or where exactly in?
Tierra Caliente, Naranjo de Chila, Michoacán, which is municipio de Aguililla, which is right outside of Apatzingán. So it would be like, to make it an equivalent, it would be kind of like from here to Lancaster.
Yeah, no,
Palmdale.
I'm familiar. My family's from there, on the Guerrero side, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. How was that?
It was cool. I mean, I go 3, 4, 5 times a year, so it's home to me. We got cabins in Mazamitla. My brother lives out there. My dad lives out there. 80% of my family live in Mexico, so I'm over there all the time.
Oh, yeah. Is it where you're from? Is it a city? Is it a pueblo or?
Naranjo, no, it's a pueblo. It's 300 people. Naranjo de Chila has 300 people. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's municipio of Aguililla. So Aguililla is a main city. Well, it's actually not even pueblo. It would be the city's a pueblo, but then there's a municipio, kind of like the outskirts.
Right.
That's where Naranjo de Chila is at. So we're kind of in the outskirts of the city.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
But everything was smooth though. There's no type of conflict going on right now.
Not in Guadalajara, there isn't. Well, where I'm from, yeah, that's why we don't really go over there. But no, but a lot of people, it's ghost towns right now, especially like Aguililla. So there's a lot of conflict. So a lot of people actually go to either Mexico City or Guadalajara. And my families are the ones that ended up in Guadalajara. So
okay.
We're in Guadalajara. Los Altos de Jalisco, Tizapán, Chapala, Ajome, all those areas right there is where my family's at.
Are you born there or are you born here?
I was born here, but 30 days after I was born, they took me back to Mexico.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was only for me to have papers, you know. I'm an anchor baby, like Trump called us, anchor babies.
Yeah, we go get into Trump a little bit further down the line, right?
Go further, but
sure.
You know, there was a Trump, it was an anchor baby. There was a comment made in 2016 about anchor babies. In other words, people would have the babies here just like have papers and then, you know, go back. So I'm technically an anchor baby. We went right back to Mexico when I was, so I lived in Mexico for a bit, you know, went to school there a couple of years. So I'm very familiar with, even as an adult, when I was 18 years old, I lived in Mexico as well.
Oh, no
shit.
So
I'm very familiar with the culture, with living there. Like I said, my pops lives there, my brother lives there, my nephews live there, majority of the family lives there.
You don't see yourself going back living there?
Yeah, absolutely. At some point in time, yeah, I absolutely plan on going back and retiring in Mexico.
No, it's cool. I know you're fresh out of doing that interview with American Cholo.
Simon.
You know, shout out to Grill. That's the boy.
Yeah.
How you feel like your experience was there? Because I was catching a whiff of it while I was on the way over here, and I caught you in a phone call with somebody like, you know, somebody was trying to talk shit, and you clap back. You know, you stand on it.
Yeah, my boy, I'm from East Side Bakers. You know what I mean? Like I'm from Bakersfield. I mean, I'm from the East Side. Like at the end of the day, I'm professional, and yeah, I've kicked it with senators. Yeah, I've kicked it with governors. Yeah, I kicked it with with met a couple presidents, but I'm still me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I have nothing to prove to anybody. You know what I mean? My the way I carry myself and how I do business has opened doors for me. And so if somebody comes at me sideways, you're going to get the same energy.
Of course, rightfully so.
Yeah.
So question, you being where you're from and how you were brought up, has that blocked any type of opportunities?
Absolutely not.
Because you got some people in the comments who might say, well, I can't get a so-and-so opportunity because of who I am, my appearance, where I've brought up. To that you say?
80% of my body's tattooed. If I take off my shirt right now, 80% of my body's tattooed. Half of them are hood tattoos. It has nothing to do, when you set your mind to something, especially in this country, you can achieve whatever you want. Is it a little bit more difficult? I'm not going to say it's not, because that would be a lie, especially if you're not raised with the silver spoon in your mouth, because I wasn't. If you're not raised with the right connections, because I wasn't. If you were not raised in that environment, because I wasn't. Yeah, you have to go through more obstacles. Saying that it's not true would be a complete lie. But if you set your mind to it, like think about this, we're Mexican, right? I'll give you a story. My grandmother came here from Naranjo de Chila. So my mom was born in Mexico. She came here in 1975. She was 6 years old. My grandmother came pregnant. She had 5 kids already. It was my tío Manuel, my tío Fernando, my mom, my tía Marta, and my tía Maria. And my grandmother was pregnant with my tía Teresa. My grandma did not know how to read. She did not know how to write. She jumped on a bus in Apatzingán, and she didn't get off that bus for 3 days going to Tijuana because she didn't know how to read. She was scared that if she got off the bus at any given time to like use a restroom or buy any type of food, that she was not going to be able to read the bus numbers or be able to read where they were going. So she wouldn't get off the bus for 3 days. She would give people money. So whenever they got off, they would buy food and bring it back on the bus so my grandmother could feed my dad and her brothers and sisters. So if my grandma can, and then she jumped the border 6 months pregnant, if she can do that, I can become successful in America. I have the dual citizenship. I speak both languages. I understand the American culture. If they could come from another country, not know the language, not know the culture, not even wanted here, cross a border illegally, and be able to adapt to this country, who the fuck am I to say that I can't do something in this country? That's wild, dog. It's offensive to them. Redefine what the word hard is. Oh, that's hard. You don't know hard. You know what's hard? Getting bombed in Gaza. You know what's hard? Getting bombed in Ukraine. That's fucking hard. Americans don't, including myself, we don't know what the definition of the word hard is. So I don't take that word lightly and I don't use it often because that's bullshit.
Do you feel some type of way when people do try to come at you with the victim mentality? Hey, my boy, I can't do so and so because of. Do you feel insulted or is it, all right, I don't my boy, he just lost? Like, how do you feel about it?
It depends how they're coming at me.
Okay.
So if you tell me, you know what, Ricardo, I've tried X, Y, and Z, right? And I'm like, all right, and it hasn't worked for me. Okay, cool. Well, let's try this way, right? Okay, cool. But if you come at me, oh no, no matter what happens, just because you're brown, oh, it's because a white man. I'm done, dog. That conversation ends for me right there. Because you're not looking for a solution, you're wanting to validate your excuses. And I can't buy into that shit. I'm a high school dropout, dog.
Yeah.
You know, like I got busted when I was 19 years old. And here I am sitting down with senators, governors, sitting down with presidents at the board meetings of multi-million-dollar companies travel the world. Miss me with the bullshit, my boy. I was raised by a single mom. My dad's always been in my life, but my parents got divorced when I was 6 years old. I grew up in the hood. Like, I don't want to hear any of that bullshit nonsense. I didn't have all the right connections or anything like that to make it happen. But when your willpower is stronger than anything else, nobody can stop you. And I truly believe that.
I hear that.
And I don't need the approval of white men. I don't give a fuck that I'm brown. And that's a lot of our community. Oh, it's because you're brown. They'll never accept you. Who the fuck told you I'm looking for acceptance? Who the fuck told you that? Oh, they'll never, I don't give a fuck to be accepted. I'm going to force my way in the building because my work ethic and the value that I bring is going to open that door for me. And they're going to want me part of the table because I bring value. But if I want to act like a little bitch, yeah, I'm always going to stay outside and be in the stadiums watching the real players in the arena. I don't plan on doing that, dog.
Well, that's an angle they definitely try to use against conservatives, right? Like yourself. Well, you're trying to fit in for white people, right?
Right.
When they do say comments like that, how do you take it?
Okay, cool, dog. Then keep being a victim. Then keep being a victim. See how that works out for you.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil asks a question that's very important whenever he's asking his clients about how they're processing things. He asks one simple question. That question is very impactful to me. How's that working out for you? So if you keep saying that, I have one question for you. How's that working out for you? That's simple, dog.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing twice or 3 times or 4 times and expect a different outcome.
I think that's called insanity, right? Someone quoted that.
It's Albert Einstein.
Right.
The definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing multiple times and think that you're going to have a different outcome. So if you keep saying the white man, the white man, the white man, the system, the system, the system, and you keep saying that, then that's where you're going to die on that fucking hill, dog. I don't plan on dying on that hill. You can die on your own.
Yeah.
I can die with you.
Yeah. No, I like that take. And when you said earlier about like this ain't like real hard is like the kids in Palestine being bombed, right? Like we don't get into this, right? Because people in the Palestinian community, like DJ Khaled, his people give him flack because he doesn't speak up on the issues, right? Pretending as people. You as a Mexican, do you feel like it's your due diligence to speak up on issues regarding Mexicans or raza in general? Yes or no?
I'm going to answer you sincerely. I have a hard time answering that question. Because DJ Khaled never signed up to be an advocate for Palestinians. He just did his thing. Now, you don't have to agree with that. And I can't go either way with that. If he chooses to do something about it, then cool. But if he chooses not to, who the fuck are you to judge the man? I don't think when he started rapping or when he started putting these beats together that he said, one day I'm going to be the voice of the Palestinians. It just happened to be that his people are being targeted right now. And there's a genocide happening over there. You can't deny that shit. But the man never signed up to do that. He never signed up to be their advocate. So I can understand where we're thinking that's fucked up. But did he sign up to do that? He's not a politician. He doesn't run a no-profit a company that does first aid response to them.
Well, I think the thing is too, like once you become a voice for your people, especially Palestinians, they don't got much of a voice to begin with, right? Respectfully, once you have some type of limelight in the light, like they expect you to speak up on the issues, right? Same thing with Mexicans.
By the way, let's say I was Palestinian, it'd be fair for me to ask for him to do that. It's
Right.
not unfair.
Okay.
I also don't think that the people, speak up on our behalf. I don't think they're doing anything wrong by asking him to do that. That's why I tell you I can't give you a definite answer because I'm looking at it from both perspectives. First of all, he didn't sign up to be their advocate. But at the same time, I can see the victims of this genocide say, hey, bro, you got a big platform. What's up? I can understand that part.
You understand both sides.
I can understand both sides. Yeah.
With that being said, there is a lot of people in the Latino community trying to cancel Latino celebrities or content creators because they haven't spoken up on the recent ICE raids, right? Do you feel like that's fair to hold other content creators accountable or people in social media space to say something or no?
I go back to the same thing, dog.
Okay.
I feel the same way about it. If you want to speak up, speak up. But you just, like these actors and these singers, they didn't sign up to be any type of a advocate for anybody. They didn't sign up for it. On the contrary, and let me actually push the other way a little bit. Despite what's going on, these guys became successful. Why don't you look at that? Why are you looking at what they're not doing versus what they have done and how many boundaries have been broken and how many obstacles have been overcame because of these artists? When did we ever have here in America Chicano corrido singers that were successful during Chalino, during like Alegres del Barranco, which I love them all, by the way. But when did you have them? Fuerza Regida, let's call it for what it is. They broke those boundaries. So did Legado 7, my boy. Shout out to my boy Alex from Legado 7.
We'll get into that corrido later on, but go ahead.
So they broke those boundaries. Los corridos tumbados, los corridos verdes. Like they're pioneers. Instead of saying, why the fuck are you not talking for us on our behalf? Why don't you say, damn, these fools did it?
Why don't you acknowledge the good that they have done?
Acknowledge the good.
Right.
Like, why not acknowledge that? And then if you create a platform, my boy, then you fucking talk about it if you want to. Talk about whatever you want if you want to.
Right.
That's your platform to talk about it.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's fair. People do pick and choose though, right?
Of course.
Yeah. With the corrido, with the situation that's going on with the corridos, right? How do you feel about the Mexican president pretty much trying to? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too educated with the topic.
Yeah.
But from social media, from what I see, is I guess they're trying to stop
it's not
the glorification of cartels, right?
It's not a national ban. It's not a federal ban. It's a local ban. So meaning, like for example, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm not pretending to know the 100% answer. But if I'm not mistaken, either Querétaro or Puebla have already banned them for 10 years.
Okay.
So certain places have already banned you singing corridos in their states or in their cities. So it's not a new thing, but it caught wind because of what happened with Alegres. That's where it became a more of a national thing. But as far as certain places telling you can't sing corridos, that's not nothing new in Mexico. But the president is not stopping it because then you would
President of Mexico, correct?
Right. She's saying, hey, it's better not to sing that, but she's not making it a federal thing where it's a ban across the country. It's not a federal injunction on it.
Why is that so? I mean,
because she can, then you'd be impeding on freedom of speech, and she doesn't want to cross that boundary. If she crosses that boundary, she's going to get a lot of enemies.
How do you feel about the president of Mexico?
I don't like her.
Because?
First of all, Mexico's a Catholic country. She's not Catholic, she's Jewish. She don't even believe in the same things that we believe in. Second of all, which here's the reality, the biggest one for me, she's a socialist. I don't like socialists. They destroy every country they've ever. What happened to Cuba? What happened to Venezuela? Socialism has never worked. It's destroyed anything it's ever touched. Socialism, which had turned into communism, has killed 100 million people just in the past 100 years. Why would I advocate for that? Why would I want the Mexican government to advocate for that? I don't agree with any of that shit. On top of that, she's a feminist. And feminists tend to have some really weird ideologies.
Such as?
Feminists, for example, chivalry, right? Like if, for example, like I open the door for a woman, right? Feminists, I could open my own door.
Oh, okay.
What's going to happen to the new generation of gentlemen that we're possibly creating, right? And let me help you with that. Let me help you with the bags. I can do it because this mentality of feminism, and she's one of those. Que te quieres poner el tú por tú con el hombre. Hey, let the man play his role and you play your role as a woman. I don't understand why people think that one is above the other. They're not. We just play two different roles, and they're both equally important. But what a feminist is doing is killing the gentleman inside of a man by saying, whatever you can do, I can do it too. Ain't nobody denying it. But you don't have to because I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm not These are the extreme feminist movements that I don't agree with.
Yeah, and you see that today, right? Like they have a whole passport bros movement because I guess they're fed up with American women because
Of course.
they do try to push you could be independent. You don't need a man. Whoopty whoop.
Exactly.
And that's going on in Mexico.
Well,
she subscribes to that.
So she's a three-headed dragon. She's a feminist. She's a Jew, and she's a fucking socialist, dog. This bitch is Medusa.
Oh shit.
And I don't ever talk about women like that, but she's Medusa.
With her being a Jew, do you have a problem with her not being Mexican and
she's Mexican?
Because, for example, you got the president of El Salvador, right? He's not really Hispanic. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's Arabic, right? So do you have a problem with people who aren't of the descent running the country?
No.
Okay.
It's your ideologies. She does not believe in the same. So if you don't believe in the same morals, values, and principles that we believe in, then how can you run a country with people that have complete opposite morals, values, and principles that you have? It doesn't make any sense for me. It just doesn't. Like, for example, let's call it for what it is. And I have a lot of them, and I love them to death. And some of them are going to watch this interview. We don't have the same ideologies as most Muslims. For the most part, love your family, take care of your family, provide. That's a very general thing amongst all races. But once you start talking about like getting a little bit more extreme, we don't believe in the same things that they believe in, and they don't believe in the same things that we believe in. She don't believe that Jesus played a role in anything that had to do with God. And if you don't believe that, the fundamental belief of your country, how do you see them then? As inferior to you? And that's kind of the question. By the way, her dad was part of the Marxist Communist movement party in Mexico. He was an open communist. He raised her. He raised the Marxist. She just playing this democratic socialist role. But in reality, deep down inside, she's a Marxist because her father was an open Marxist. You can Google this shit right now. Claudia Sheinbaum's father, Communist Party. Go on Google. You'll find it right there. He was an open communist.
Speaking on the parties, how do you feel about the Morena party?
Not a fan of it, big dog. But I'm not a fan of any political party in Mexico, just to be fair. Na Morena, na PRI, na PAN, all of them are full of shit.
Do you subscribe that they all tie in together? Like
yes.
Okay.
And the back end.
Right.
No different than Republicans and Democrats. No difference. There's always by the way, hence why this Epstein list didn't come out.
And I'm going to get into that, right? Because online, the perception is that you are a hardcore conservative, right? But you're here saying that you are...
I'm an America first. And I'm a conservative in most of my values. But it doesn't mean that I can't see things for what they are. I'm not an absolutist. An absolutist means I absolutely believe only this all the time, no matter if I have evidence to prove otherwise. I'm not an absolutist. So if I sit there and I can see something like, yeah, that's bullshit, even if it's my people, I'm going to call it. Hence why I'm controversial with the Mexican community, though I'm more Mexican than 90% of your followers are. I own properties on both sides. I'm a dual citizen. I'm there a third of the year. I have family there. I pay taxes there. I do everything in Mexico. I contribute more to the Mexican government, the Mexican people, the Mexican community than 90% of your viewers. But yet I'm not Mexican enough because I don't believe in their bullshit Democrat politicians and policies. So it's the same thing. So ironically, I'm a conservative and I call out Mexicans. But you think that I'm not going to do the same thing with the Republican Party or with the Democrat Party, with the Independent Party? No. The same way I call out Mexicans on their bullshit, I'm going to call out the Republicans on their bullshit too.
Okay.
I'm open to doing
it. Well, that's honorable, right? Because, like, I'm going to put fools on blast. Like, you got certain content creators who they stand on everything that Trump has to say.
Can't do that.
You can't agree with somebody 100%, right?
Can't do that.
It's safe to say you're not a cult follower, pretty much. Like, you don't agree with everything Trump has to say.
No, of course not. By the way, fuck Trump. Like, I don't.
Oh, shit.
Like, he's a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whoever's closer to the values or the things that I believe in, that's who I'm going to follow. I told you earlier, it could be Barney. It could be Dora the Explorer. I don't give a fuck who it is. It's not the person. It's not the person.
Well, what's up with you and Barney, man? What's up with you and Barney,
I love Barney growing up, dog. I love Barney. But it can be anybody, dog. I don't care. By the way, fuck Clinton, fuck Obama, fuck Bush, fuck all of them. Like, I'm not emotionally tied to the man. He's not my family. I don't carry his blood.
Right.
None of that. Now, did I like a lot of the things that he was proposing for the country? Sure. And is he doing a lot of good for the country right now? Sure. Now, there's certain things that I don't like, and then I don't necessarily agree about how he's going about it, but it's better than Kamala Harris. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
We went through a shit show with Joe Biden. So I have to choose the less of two evils, just like every one of your followers does here. You got to choose the less of two. There's going to be an evil.
Right.
But you got to choose the lesser two. Oh, see, this is what you voted for whenever they're talking about the deportation. So what did you vote for? To have open borders and have 11 million people come in here that you don't know who they were, and now we have terrorist cells in here? Did you vote for little boys could be little girls and little girls can be little boys? Is that what you, because then I have to tell you that I have to ask you the same question. Oh, is that what you voted for then? Did you voted for billions of dollars to Ukraine?
Right.
Is that what you voted for? You can't ask that question without being ignorant. You have to ask yourself, what did I like and what did I not like and what did I agree with and not agree with? You're never going to fully, any reasonable person would never fully agree with one party or one way of doing things.
Right.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
And before we get into America, right, let's move on from this Mexico topic. But final question regarding Mexico. What do you think is needed in Mexico? Because you don't agree with the president. What do you think is needed?
They would need to completely gut that government out because of the amount of corruption. And it goes all the way down to the cops. When I go to Tijuana,
I'm already knowing.
I don't want to wait in the line. They have a little one they call the el cartel de los $20, right? Which is a fast track. You give these motherfuckers $20, you're on the fast track to get the fuck out of Mexico and cross the border. So the corruption runs so deep that even patrols,
the pedestrian line too. I've witnessed that.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Yeah.
So you would have to gut the entire government out, and literally, it would have to be a reborn country. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Do you think maybe something is needed, like a Bukele to a Mexico?
Well, I think there would be it wouldn't be a civil war. The cartels would unite and fight the fucking president that does that, tooth and nail. The MS-13 didn't have the money, the power, the influence to do that. But if you had a Bukele in Mexico, yeah, the cartels are going to get you. They're going to stop fighting each other. They're going to go against the government real fast. I think it would create. By the way, we saw it happen when Felipe Calderón was president. Felipe Calderón went after Beltrán Leiva. He went after Los Zetas. We watched the government go against two cartels, and that was one of the bloodiest years in Mexican history.
Well, the president of Mexico actually gets praise from the Mexican American community because they say
Mexican American, not the Mexican community.
No, Mexican too. I'm gonna throw Mexican in there too, right? She gets praised because they say that she's stopping all the corruption, right? She's the first, right. No. They honestly say that, bro. I
know that. I'm laughing at that.
Right.
I'm not laughing at you. I know that.
And it's a trip, right? Because prior to the election, I guess there was some sort of stat put out that more politicians were whacked in the history.
34 were whacked. She should become a president. 34. Corruption. She's ending it, huh? Yeah, okay.
To that you say that's all bullshit. Like she is involved. She is in fact involved.
By the way, they just found ties between AMLO, Mexico's Bernie Sanders, and Chapo's kids.
Oh shit.
They have the ties already. They were friends. They were partying together. They have all the ties. They've already found out that AMLO, which was supposed to be the saint of Mexico, that he was receiving money from the Sinaloa cartel. They've already verified. They've already verified this. This is not something that I'm making an opinion.
It's a fact.
They have pictures with AMLO, which is with Lopez Obrador and Chapo's kids. Like obviously for many, many years ago. Miss me with the shit that there's any president in Mexico that hasn't been corrupt.
Do you feel like that is it's the same thing on El Otro Lado right here in the United States or no?
Absolutely. They're just a little bit more secretive about it. They're not as blunt in your face.
I know you. Go ahead.
The elites are corrupt. But they in some way, shape, or form brainwash the cops, the SWAT teams, the military to be straight. Like you can't bribe a cop here in LA. You get pulled over, I'm gonna give you $100, don't give me a ticket.
That's another charge.
That's another charge.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because in Mexico it's from the bottom to the top. In America, it's from the top to the bottom of the top. Then these guys right here all follow the law. It's insane how they brainwashed to where all these guys are making the billions, but they don't let these guys be corrupt. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Chief of police.
Right, they give the people who give the orders.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Those are the corrupt ones in America. But oddly enough, the chief of police, the sergeants, the lieutenants, the street patrols, those are not corrupt. The military, those are not corrupt. As for the subordinates, the subordinates are not corrupt, but the heads are corrupt.
Is that the same? Do you believe that's the same thing with healthcare when the vaccine came out? The subordinates.
Of course, the doctors are the subordinates. The doctors, because they what they did was they did a manufactured studies, is what they did. They made up studies. So doctors were getting this information, taking it as fact because it was coming from the World Health Organization
Okay.
and coming from the CDC. So when doctors were getting this info, they were getting this stats
And
that,
running
oh
with it.
shit, it's real. It's real. Because Americans are the only ones that are dumb enough to think that their government's not corrupt.
Yeah.
They're the only ones, and they'll buy into whatever you're being told. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get you.
And Mexicans are like, in Mexico are like, motherfucker, I know you're corrupt, so I'm gonna get this bread too while I'm at it. You get your bread, I'm getting my bread too. You pull over a fucking car, you got tinted windows, I'm gonna take your car, give me 500 pesos. They're gonna get their bread too. In America, they don't get their bread. They're getting left out.
With that being said, I know earlier you said, and it's great that you rubbing shoulders with senators, politicians, and you're bringing up corruption. You don't gotta drop no names, but have you firsthand seen any type of corruption dealing with being in those spaces?
Okay, great question. I haven't seen it firsthand, but I can explain to you how it works because I've seen it in the works. I haven't been there to witness it, but let me explain. Have you ever heard that war is good for America or good for the economy? Have you ever heard that before?
As a defensive mechanism, right?
Just period. It's good for the economy. Have you ever heard that before?
No, I haven't heard that, but
Okay.
I could see why people would say that.
Okay, so let's say, watch this. Let's say we're in this building right here that you invited me to today. Let's say that I am part of the city council, okay? And I know that they're gonna build this real popular bridge right here and this piece of property that's worth 100,000 right now. Like I know there's a future plan to build a bridge there. Right now it's nothing. This building's only, or this land is only worth $100,000. And then I tell you, hey, Kyle, check this out, dog. We have a plan. We're gonna build a bridge right there. Nobody knows it but us. Go buy that land. Go buy that land. Really? Yeah. Buy that land and build apartments on it. Okay, cool. And by the way, give me some stock in whatever you got going on. Kick me back. Just, let me buy a couple of apartments really cheap.
Little money plays.
Little money plays. Hey, when you build them, sell me 4 of them at cost. Then they build this bridge, and now these apartments that cost $10,000 to build a piece are now worth $50,000. But you let me get 4 of them at cost. Now I went from investing $40,000 at $50,000 a piece. I just made $360,000 on that one deal. So the corruption is not direct. It's side businesses.
Right.
Hey, they're developing over here. Buy the land next to it. Hey, they're doing this. Buy this. Hey, we're getting ready to throw out a contract on concrete. It's going to be a $50 million project. Hey, give me like 3% of your stocks. Let me buy your stock right now that it's worth $20 a share. So when that stock skyrockets, what happens? I didn't get directly money from that transaction. I got money on the back end.
Right. I see.
That's the way corruption's happening. And yes, I've seen that happen.
Yes,
and I've been part of those conversations. Well, hey, buy this over here, buy that over there, because we're getting ready to build this, this, and this. There's insider information before you find out about it.
Well, I mean, that's not. I don't think that's really wrong, right? I mean, or
is it?
I mean,
okay. So watch this.
Okay,
so,
my bad. I'm making you up. Before you go any further,
okay.
You know what? Say what you gotta say.
Okay, so if you know that a property is going to go up 50x and you don't tell the public about it, but you tell your homie about it.
What's business? You got to tell the public?
Why don't you?
Why do you is my question.
Great question, but why don't you?
Because you're trying to make money.
Okay,
like any other businessman.
So if you always just tell your homies about where the next explosion is going to be, who's going to win?
Okay, boom, thank you. Because I want to get into that, right? So I recently found out today that Gavin Newsom actually announced that he was going to provide public housing in Palisades for the people who don't know, where the fires burned down pretty much the entire area. I say that to say, do you believe there's some type of corruption where they would actually burn down an entire area to profit from it?
Yeah. It happened.
That's wrong, right? That's wrong. But I don't think it's wrong.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't think it's wrong to just predict, hey, the money's gonna go up in this area in X amount of years.
I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But are you giving the public a fair shot of creating wealth?
No, of course not. Of course not.
So one of those things that my mom would tell me, no hagas cosas buenas que parezcan malas.
Ah,
So yes, technically it's not wrong. But if you don't give the public a fair shot at that, then are you being fair with everybody?
but what do you gotta say to people who say, "Well, it's capitalism. He earned his spot in his position to make those type of calls."
Ready for that?
You
ready,
you say?
ready for this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't disagree either. So get in that fucking circle then. But they don't bitch about it though. Does that make sense? You can't like say that while bitching about it.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Right.
Either I'm gonna get this bread and I'm gonna become successful so I can be a part of it, or just play the victim. But you can't do them both. I didn't know it was happening until I got into those circles. And then I'm like, oh, this is how you motherfuckers do it. I still got rich on my own, but then I understood what wealth, how the wealth was being created. One thing is to get rich. It's a whole thing to become wealthy.
Right.
To become wealthy, you have to know the right people. And I'm the most stern, work hard, bust your ass type of guy you're ever going to meet. But I also understand, because I've seen it, that to become really wealthy, you gotta know the right people, because they have the power plays behind the scenes that the public don't know about. It's a mafia.
Right.
And you gotta get made. And you gotta get made by becoming rich first. So that's the way you go about it.
For the people inquiring, right? How did Ricardo Aguilar get into these circles?
So I'm gonna tell you something right now that's not very popular. Okay? Rich people don't give a fuck what skin color you have.
I agree.
That's a broke person mentality, dog. Because the way I'm looking at it is this: if I'm gonna open up a business, all the money's green. They don't. I'm 80% of my. If I take off my shirt right now, dog, 80% of my body's tattooed. The only reason I don't do past it because I'm sleeved up to here and here and here. The only reason I don't do my neck and my hands, just to pretty much fucking complete the project, is because I sit in front of people like this.
Yeah, of course.
But if it was up to me, I'd be tatted up my throat and everything. But if I take off my shirt, 80% of my body's tattooed. And I've sat there with some of the most powerful people in some cases in Paris, especially in the world. And what ends up happening, dog, is that these fools don't give a fuck if you're Arab, if you're black, if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're Mexican. If you got bread, you're part of that. You're part of that crew. This whole race thing, this whole ICE, they're targeting us. It's made to divide, but they really don't give a fuck. They don't care what skin color. This whole white nationalist, white supremacy, dog, that's broke conversations. As a matter of fact, KKK members were all broke. They were all poor.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact. White supremacists were all broke. They were all poor. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. The rich guys don't give a fuck about it. You got bread, they don't care what your skin color is. And the only people that will agree with me in your comments or your followers are people that are part of those circles, because I've been part of them. So don't tell me how they think. When I've been in conversations, I'm not saying you.
Right.
That you haven't been a part of.
Let's get into that, right? Like, how do you feel about the comment section, right? Specifically in the food community. We're going to keep it real.
Dog, coming with you in Hoodstocks is going into the lion's den. I'm very well aware of it. Going to American Cholo, with Heel, it's still half and half. Half of them fuck with me because he's a conservative. Half of them fuck with me. Half of them don't. Right? When I'm walking in, but you know what, dog? I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm good with it because I don't. Hoodstocks, full community, American Cholo, PBD podcast, Apollo podcast that I've done, all of them, none of them are gonna make me or break me, dog.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make me or break me. This podcast, I love being here, and I thank you for having me. It ain't gonna be making me any richer. It ain't gonna make me any poorer. It's not gonna make a difference. What I want people to do is have the fucking balls to say what they say, despite you may be targeted, despite people may thinking, fuck that guy. Yeah, it's cool. Matter of fact, I was advocating for Trump when it was not popular to advocate for Trump. And I became a millionaire during that. When all the raza was fuck Trump, I became a millionaire during the fuck Trump era, and I was openly supporting Trump. You know why? Because winners win, dog, and losers lose. And that's all there is to it. And I'm going to win. with God's blessing, regardless of whatever the comment section is. I don't even look at them, dog. I don't look at any podcast that I watch the podcast, but I don't give a fuck about sell out, coconut. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. If I thought like you, I'd be living in my mom's garage having a 2025 Dodge Ram SRT in the front like you do, motherfucker.
Oh, I know a couple guys like that.
I don't. So just know, anybody that talks negative, just know the only thing I think to myself is you live in the same house with 50 other fucking people. All of you guys got brand new trucks sitting in the front and you don't have a driveway. That's the only thing that I envision. And by the way, call it what you want. Oh, that's fucked up. You think you're better than us? Motherfucker, I don't care if that's what you think about me. I'm letting you know that's the way I envision you.
Yeah.
When I see a negative comment, all I think is, yeah, this motherfucker still lives with his mom. He's 28 years old. He probably has a brand new fucking GMC single cab on billets outside of his fucking mom's house. That's the way I view him. So it doesn't faze me because I don't give a fuck about what they got to say. I care about where people are my level and higher have to say. Why? Because those people never have anything negative to talk about. All they say is, maybe you could improve here. You could improve here. Check this out. Pay attention here. You did good here. They do constructive criticism. So the people that are at my level or above, that's the people I listen to. Those are the comments I care about. And you know what's crazy? Those comments are never negative. So when they're negative, I know these people are at my level. You know why? Because I've never criticized anybody that's not at my level. Successful people don't criticize other people. You send me a DM, hey dog, how'd you do it? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're negative $50 in your bank account. Shoot me your number, dog. I'll call you and I'll show you how I did it. Successful people are always willing to teach you. Everything that I've learned, dog, everything, and I'm talking about fucking everything, was taught to me by white people.
Oh shit. Speak on that, elaborate.
I could give you the name. The first white guy that helped 3 companies turn into billion-dollar companies, Tom Ellsworth. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I didn't ask him to sit down next to me. I'm having lunch in Dallas, Texas, and we're having a meeting amongst a few business owners. It's 2017. I'm probably making a couple $100,000 a year at that time. I'm not part of the circle. But he saw me, he saw my ambition. The whitest man you'll ever meet in your fucking life. He looks like you come out on a Polo commercial. He sat down next, I have the picture. He sat down next to me. Hey, Ricardo, think about this. Pay attention to this. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Another one that helped me was Patrick Ben-David. He's Iranian.
I thought it was Armenian.
No, he's Iranian. Well, he's a Syrian and Iranian. He was born in Iran, Tehran, Iran. Another one that taught me a lot of what I know is Brian Adams. He's a billionaire. I didn't get taught nothing from fucking Raza. You know what I've been done for the past 10 years? Been criticized by Raza. All I've been by Raza has been called a coconut, a fucking sellout, that I think that I'm white.
Does it all derive from you supporting Trump?
No, before that.
Oh shit.
Even before that. Well, you think you're better than us. Shit like that. Even before that. I started on the Trump thing in 2019. I started building my business in 2016. Even during that time, all Mexicans ever did to me was criticize me. All these people that I'm supposed to fucking stand up for, all these people that want me to protest with them, are the same motherfuckers that told me that I wasn't gonna be shit, that I was not gonna get anywhere, that I thought that I was white, that I wanted to be rich so I could belittle other people. All the support I've ever gotten, 95% of it have been from white people.
Oh shit. To this day, do you feel some type of way about Raza because they were the ones who were calling you coconut?
I feel bad for them. For those people. And you know what I do? I'm sitting in front of the full community. Why? Fuck it. Keep shooting your shots. Because you know what's going to happen without a shadow of a doubt? Because it happens in every podcast. You know what happens when I'm dealing with it? When I go in the lion's den, this phone gets between 10 and 15 DMs out of the thousands of people that watch you guys. So 10 to 15 is not a whole lot compared to the views that you get. And you know what they tell me? You know what, dog? You're fucking right. Show me the way. And those are the 10, 15 people watching right now that I'm excited for. So if I can recruit 10, 15 people out of the victim mentality, this podcast was a success to me. If I could recruit one to stop living in the victim mindset and that you want to be a fucking white guy, that you want to be accepted by white people, that you're a fucking coconut, that you're a sellout, I won, dog. So I put myself in the lion's den, in the lion's mouth. I walk inside of it on purpose to see who wants to get the fuck out of there and take them with me. So to me, it's a victory no matter what way you look at it. But in the transition, I'm getting shot a million fucking times. And I'm aware of that, and I'm okay with that. I understand what I was put on this earth to do, and that was to teach my people, that they can do whatever they want to do if they put their mind to it. But I also am very well aware that with that comes a lot of criticism for the same people that carry my skin color, my race, and my culture. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. And you have to be okay with that when you want to walk the journey that I've chosen to walk.
Does it make it harder for you to try to like give back to the raza?
No.
Okay. You don't feel no type of way about it.
Not even
it is what it
bit,
is.
Dog. It is what it is. You have to understand that. And you can't take it personal. You have to understand it. You have to know it comes with the job. It comes with walking in purpose. It comes with walking in purpose. When you walk in purpose and you're walking towards a destination that you know is the right place to be, you have to know that in that journey, you're going to have bows thrown at you, right? You're going to have rocks thrown at you. You're going to have stones thrown at you. You're going to have shade thrown at you. You have to know it. As a matter of fact, if you don't know it, don't even go on that journey, dog, because you can't handle the fucking heat. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. It's only meant for a special type of motherfucker.
Nah, that's not okay. That's like you kind of like lightweight pussy if you don't go against it.
I agree, but if not, then don't go down that journey.
Yeah.
You know how many people I've seen backpedal on the whole thing with Trump?
American Cholo, you know, shout out to Gil. That's the boy. But I seen him pop it on the last of the interview. He said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go on Juan's food community. This the best one though. Yeah, we the new generation though. 95 million impressions a month. Check the stats. You know, yeah, you know, shout out Gil.
Yeah.
You know, but go ahead.
No,
though.
I'm not saying Cholo, but I'm just saying in general. I've seen people backtrack.
Yeah,
I've seen people backtrack, and so I'm talking about in general, dog.
Right.
I see people backtrack. I don't backtrack.
You still stand on the even after everything that happened.
What's the alternative? Who's the alternative president?
Well, there is none, right?
No, there was. Who was the alternative?
Oh, I'm talking about now, currently.
Okay, but who was the alternative?
Oh, no, of course not. And I say that all the time, right? Like, because me and Prime spoke on this on the podcast, people trying to cancel Latinos for voting for Trump. But my thing is, I don't fault people who backtrack on what they said, because given the options, it wasn't much of an option to begin with.
So what would be the alternative? Kamala?
Yeah.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on? In the entire fucking country, and the way this country's going, deportations are the only thing you should judge a president on? You're fucking crazy. You're so small-minded. We have foreign policy.
The Mexican Americans, they might make it a priority reason,
yes,
right?
But if that's the hill you're gonna die on, you should step the fuck away from politics.
Because
we have foreign policy, we have trades, we have people charging us tariffs that we're not paying tariffs. You know what the tariff was from China, Japan, here to us, so they can import their goods to us? 15%. Did you know if you try to import an American car to China, it's 110, 150%? Before the tariff war, they were taking advantage of us. And dog, I can go all day. People grab a president and hang them on one thing. Dog, there's the economy, there's a stock market, there's foreign policy, there's wars, there's so many things. Homeland security, there's so many things that you have to judge a president on. So if you think, like when people in the comments, that's what you voted for. Okay, motherfucker, you think Kamala would have been a better choice?
What is it with you? What do you disagree with Kamala the most on?
There's nothing I agree with her on.
Absolutely nothing.
Or Biden. Nothing. No, dog, there's nothing. Nothing. Like there's not, I can't tell you one thing because there's not. It's non-existent. It's just non-existent. It's that simple. So I see, that's when you leave the emotions out of it and you have an objective reality. So you're telling me if we all backtrack to November of 2024, Kamala would be the best choice just because your Theo might get deported? Like if that's the only issue in America? Come on, dog.
I think they might, right? I'm speaking for the viewers, right? It's a direct effect on their life, right? Like if their mom or Theo or whatever, right?
I understand. I have illegal family members. I get it. But so let me get this straight. They could fuck up everything as long as they don't deport your uncle. So then if they don't deport your uncle, what country are we gonna have? What are we gonna have? We're not gonna have a country because you're gonna fucking destroy it with the foreign policies, the foreign aid, with all this shit going on with the wars, with the tariffs. We're being eaten alive, dog. Did you know this year alone, we already received $46 billion in tariffs that we were not getting before? $46 billion in tariffs. Billion. In just 5 months, we've received $46 billion in tariffs from other countries. Hence why no tax on the tips. Hence why no tax on overtime. Like, people don't see that though, because all you see is my tio's gonna get deported. Like, no, dog, that's not the only hill to die on. We're a whole ass country. That's not the only thing. Now, granted, it is important. It's not the only thing. You understand what I'm saying? And Democrats are fucking phenomenal at pulling you out of your emotional strings.
Well, the media is in general, right?
80% of the media is controlled by Democrats, dog. It's that simple. So that's what happens. I understand it's a touchy subject. I don't agree with the raids, dog. I don't agree with the no badges to identify them. I don't agree with no license plates. I don't agree with that shit. Rolling up on a man in Walmart, fucking 4 trucks deep. You fucking
minding his
serious?
business, yeah.
You fucking serious? Come on, dog.
Or the graduation, you know, that to me that's wrong.
Dog, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, the people outside the court, come on, dog. Hey, at least they're fucking trying. Like, I understand why you would need to deport them, because that's the law of the land. But fucker, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
There's a fucking effort, dog. There's an effort. I understand they're here illegally. I understand they cut the line. I understand there's people waiting 10, 15 years to come to this country from other parts of the world that can't just jump a border. I get it. And you have to get it. You have to objectively understand
logically,
that.
Right? Yeah.
Logically, you have to understand that. But fuck, dog, like, they showed up to court, man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Show a little love. Hey, you got another 6 months trying to figure this thing out. But just to pick them up coming out of court, come on, dog.
Yeah, you don't stand by that then.
Fuck no. You can't stand by that.
Yeah.
You can't. Because it's not, dog, just because some things are, man, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something.
Of course, yeah.
And that's one of the things where I think that Trump really fucking fucked up on, dog. I really believe, like, dog, like, who's advising you, homie?
So
who's advising you?
We won't get into this, right? It was recently announced that he was trying to end, like, birthright citizenship. Like, it's in the process, right? 28 states, if no type of plays or lawsuits get made by the end of July, it's going to go into effect. How do you feel about him trying to end birthright citizenship?
Birthright citizenship is for the 11 million people that came in here. It's not for people like you and me.
Of course. Yeah.
You say that. 99% of your fucking viewers don't know that, though. They think they're going to take the citizenship for all of us.
That's like what's that shit? Denuclearization and shit? Nah, it's not that shit. It's just people moving forward.
Say that to them.
No, yeah, of course.
Say that to them, though.
I feel like it's a given. Like,
no, it's not a given. Say that to them.
So you see that in the comments. Because I don't.
Yeah.
People trying to say that they're trying to deneutralize people who are born here. I don't see that.
A lot of people are saying that.
I would assume people would already know that moving forward, birthright citizenship is
we're the only country that has birthright citizenship. I think outside of Canada, we're the only country that has it.
No.
I don't really have a feeling towards it, dog. And I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I don't know how to feel about it. I can't. I'm not fake. I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't given it too much thought.
Okay.
Because at the same time, like, okay, so you're born here. I understand you know your parents just got here and they don't want to give you the citizenship, but you were also not born in another country. So what the fuck is that other country supposed to do? Take you on? You know what I mean? Like, but I'm neither here nor there with it, because it's not going to affect people like you and me,
right?
Or anybody that was born even a year ago. It's not going to affect them.
Yeah,
it's some people that are coming here having kids and thinking that's how they're going to stay, anchor babies. You know?
Yeah, no, I see.
I don't know how to feel about it, dog. So I won't pretend like I do.
I hear you. Now I want to get into earlier. You brought up Patrick Bet-David, right? I know he's a pretty big figure in the entertainment space, right? I know he has the Valuetainment. How did you and him even lock in to begin with?
So I'm a co-owner of the company that he started in 2009.
Which is?
PHP Agency.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do financial services. So I deal with life insurance, retirement planning, annuities. I teach agents. I recruit agents. I teach them how to run the business. I have to get them licensed to the state of California, whatever state they're in.
To this day?
To this day.
Okay.
So I started working for that. Well, not working because I don't work for them. We're independent contractors. But I started working with him back in 2016. And so then eventually I ran the biggest organization in PHP. And because I was a high performer, still I am a high performer, I got close to him. So there's about 4 or 5 of us that are his circle within PHP. The company has 70,000 licensed agents, but we're the core 6 leadership of the company.
And I want to get into that, right? But I do want to get into how there's online, they say that PHP is some sort of pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
To that you say what?
Okay. I mean, we recruit agents just like.
I'm not too familiar with the business model, right? But I see.
Cool. I mean, yeah, cool. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Doug. People recruit. We recruit. So because you recruit, now you're a pyramid scheme. So the military recruits, that's a pyramid scheme.
Oh, okay.
The NFL recruits, that's a pyramid scheme. Yeah, I recruit. I'm open about it. Yeah, I recruit. I want to teach you how to do what I do so you can make some extra income. I've taught multiple people how to make 6 figures a year on a part-time. I've taught people how to be able to make $2,000 or $3,000 a month through the insurance industry on a part-time. I recruit them. I bring them on board. I get them licensed to the state of California, and I teach them. By the way, when you see a now hiring, what is that? At any store, what is that?
That's a form of recruitment, right?
It's a fucking recruiting mechanism, dog. It's just people are like, it's so crazy. Raza's the only one that thinks like that. White people don't think like that. White people, Arabics, Middle Eastern, they don't think like that. It's just our people recruiting. Okay, Dick. You like a football team? You got recruited to that football team. Yeah. You got recruited to the fan club. Like, by the way, don't the Mongols recruit? They have prospects. They recruit some. They recruit. Hey, I like you. I'm gonna make you a prospect. Who doesn't recruit?
Right.
So that's a pyramid scheme because you recruit. Right? It's just a lot of ignorance, dog. So I don't. It's kind of dying down now because I mean, what are you gonna say? You know, like we sell insurance. That's it. I do insurance and I do retirement planning.
Through Patrick, have you been able to rub shoulders like with these politicians, or you kind of did that on your own accord?
No, that's what opened all the doors.
Oh, okay.
Can't take credit for that. Now I've been able to connect with them outside of Patrick, but because I've made a name for myself by being close to Patrick. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I can't say I'm not saying I would have never connected with them, but this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows that guy knows that guy, and that's the way you connect. So though it may not be a formal introduction between me, Patrick, and that one individual, but now this connection opens up to another connection, and that connection opens up to another connection.
I see.
It doesn't make sense. It's a trickle effect.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. But I mean, yeah, the pyramid. By the way, Herbalife. You know how many people Herbalife has recruited, bro, and some paisitas been able to make a little bit of money. And if you could put money in people's pockets, and you wanna knock on that shit, but you wanna glorify fucking drug dealers and bumping their songs. You know what I mean? Like, dog, you got your priorities. That's the thing about the Hispanic community, dog. You got your priorities fucked up. You call a lady in Amway, in Herbalife, right? In Primerica, and whatever. Fucking pyramid scheme. But you're pumping, ando cortando cabezas y 3,500 balazos. What the fuck, dog? Like, support the local business. They're selling a product. There's a product. By the way, the people that call this type of things a pyramid scheme are the same people. Zam me $100 and then $100 and gives. You remember that shit on Snapchat? $100 and then you give me $100.
Oh, dude.
Dog, that's a pyramid. That's a real pyramid scheme. That's the legitimate definition of a pyramid scheme. That is a real pyramid scheme because there's no product. But if there's a product, it's not a pyramid scheme. So if I'm selling, this energy drink and I'm making money and I'm like, hey, dog, join my team. We're going to sell energy drinks. There's a product there. That's not a pyramid scheme. It's a distribution method. Instead of using a commercial, the companies are rather pay a distributor than to pay a commercial to then get the word out about the product. That's it. That's it.
You being around Patrick, what's some of the biggest piece of game that you've learned just being around him?
The list is too
long.
One
that sticks out to you.
It's been almost 10 years. What I'm doing right now. Don't be scared to go in the lion's den to walk in your purpose. Don't be scared. I've never really been scared, but I would have 8 years ago, 9 years ago, be like, I don't fucking fuck that. I don't need to do all that. Why do I got to put myself in the limelight like that? Right? Why do I got to go through all that judgment? Why do I got to go through all that shit? Now
I was like that for a really long time.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm barely popping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Patrick, that was what, hey, you have a purpose in the world. And you will be judged because of it. And it's going to be by the people that look and talk and walk like you. And you have to be okay with that. That's the, outside of the dog, it's a million things. But on a bigger level, on a bigger scale, that's the biggest thing he taught me. But of course, he taught me, how to build a business. He taught me, mentorship, leadership. But that's really the smaller of the bigger thing that he taught me, which was you have a responsibility of leading people outside of just making money into bringing them to the light. And I have people that I could show you DMs that are not necessarily in my industry. But, hey, dog, I started my fucking gardening business because I've been watching you. I started my detail business because I've been watching you. I buy a truck, I get, within 6 or 7 months, I get 3 DMs. Hey, dog, I saw the truck you bought. I bought one just like it. That's a form of influence. And then some people just don't have, the ego's too big, so they won't tell me. But I get messages, man. I wish I could just log you into my DM sometimes.
No, I believe it.
And believe it or not, dog, 99% of the DMs that I get from strangers are all positive. And a lot of people that are watching me, you know what's crazy? All your loudmouth, ignorant motherfuckers are gonna comment on this podcast. And all the ones that don't say shit are the ones in my DMs. You know what the problem is with our people too? We're silent to defend what's right, but we're loud to talk shit about what we don't agree with. And a good portion, and I truly believe this in my heart, a good portion of the people that are watching this are gonna agree with me, but they're not gonna put it in your comment section.
What do you think that is?
Scared of judgment. And I don't blame them for it. It's okay.
You don't blame them? Why? Because the raza so hard on them? Or
no,
why?
Because maybe that's not your calling.
Okay.
I chose this path. I chose it. And because I decided to carry this cross, it doesn't mean that you have to carry it too. So I don't expect you to comment in the comment section. And when I went to Hoodstocks, you have no idea how much you would watch the Hoodstocks comments and you think everybody hated me. You have no idea.
Oh, they were really going in on you in the comments.
Some of them will. Some of them were. You have no idea, dog, how many DMs I got from that podcast. From people, hey, dog, I fuck with you. Hey, that's some real shit. Hey, I didn't see things that way. And people that I still have relationships to this day that I've never met in my life, but you know what I mean? They're like, they hit me up. And the same thing's going to happen with yours. All the loudmouth, ignorant motherfuckers, coconut, sellout, he thinks he's white, bootlicker, I already know. But those people, dog, like, which was Brian? Brian's, no, I met 2 of your guys, right?
David and Prime?
David and Brian, right?
Prime, David.
Brian, right?
No, Prime.
Oh, Prime. Right? So David's over there, you're here, and I'm here. If Prime starts yelling at the top of his lungs, is there more of him or is there more of us? If you and me stay quiet. If me, David, and you stay quiet, but he's yelling, who's next door going to hear? How many people they're going to assume are here? 1 or 4?
If someone wasn't in this building?
If they're not in this building.
Like 1 or 2?
Right.
Yeah.
But he's fucking loud. What they don't know is there's more of us here, but we're silent. So your comment section is a bunch of loudmouths, but they're not really they're not the majority.
Do you got something against the comment section in this pod? You bring this up frequently.
I'm talking about in general.
Okay.
Because I want you to think about the same thing. As you're building this platform and you get hate, the stupid ones are always the loud ones. That you have so much support silently. I'm trying to generalize so you can understand that when you do anything that's worth doing, the ignorant ones will always be the loud ones. But secretly, more than half of the people support you. They just won't say nothing. You understand? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I get you.
So your comment section, Hoodstock's comment section, everybody's comment section about anything they don't agree with, is always one guy yelling in the fucking corner, but he just seems loud. When realistically, there's 3 other guys here that are not saying a fucking word.
Yeah, it may not seem like that way, though, because nobody's saying nothing. But, I understand what you're saying.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But I'm also aware of what your comment section is going to be like.
Yeah, you already know. It's for community. I want to go back to earlier, right? I know you actually have your own corrido.
I do.
Shout out to Legado.
I have a few.
Oh, you have a few?
Yeah, I have a few. Not the only one.
Who else you got with?
Jesus Chaides. You know los Chaides? He's the one that created the song Soldado Imperial. Los Chaires. He's Recordando Manolón with
Okay.
Gerardo Ortiz. Jesus Chaires is he's one of the singers in there. It's Lenin, Gerardo, and Jesus Chaires. Shout out to my boy Jesus Chaires. I know he's gonna watch this. So he did my first one in 2015. I wasn't always the way I am right now, dog. I have a background. I have a history.
Well, we're gonna get into that right now,
I have
right?
a history. I didn't always do what was right. And then my boy Oscar Gonzalez made one. There's a few, dog. I got a few of them actually, but the most popular one is Ricardo Aguilar with Legado.
With Legado City.
Yeah.
I know you locked in with Angel del Villar. Did he
Very good
help
friend of mine.
facilitate that or no?
No. I met Alex from Legado a little bit before I met Angel del Villar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I love them both. I mean, Legado Siete, Alex from Legado Siete has an incredible work ethic. I saw him work. I was there when he was taping 3 different videos. One of them mine included, and the guy worked nonstop. And I have a lot of admiration for his work ethic. Angel del Villares gave me so much game. I can listen to that man talk all day without saying a fucking word and be entertained in a good way. I don't mean like he's like not entertained like, oh, that's funny. No. Be like my mind is being entertained,
right,
being given knowledge, and not get tired of it.
This is crazy, right? Because you don't come from the entertainment space, right?
No.
So how did you and Angel even make that connection to begin with?
Because Angel was, to give credit where credit's due, I think Angel had came across some of my things with PBD. Then my boy Gil, which is the one that sold me both of my Lamborghinis, that sold me my Rolls Royce, my Bentley, he knew Angel. And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the story correctly, something like Angel is like, hey, is that your boy? Or how, he's like, oh, that's my dog, they're good. Shout out to Gil from Exotics. He sells exotic cars. And so he connected me with him, and that's how I formed a relationship with Angel Villar.
I see.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the situation going on with him right now that he had to, sit it out for some time?
Very unfortunate, but I'm telling you, I've never met a most positive-minded person in the world. Angel is anybody that ever has a privilege to be around him will understand what the definition of resilience is, and just having positive mindset no matter what, and he's not faking it. I mean, that's fucking him. He's so real in ways you can't even begin to imagine. I've spent so much time with him that it's crazy. It's a real joy. I love my compadre Angel. I love him to death. He's one of the most impactful people I've came across in my life. Outside of my father, Patrick McDavid, Tom Ellsworth, Brian Adams, a couple of the other guys, Angel is definitely on the top 5 list of the most impactful people I've ever came across.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm very grateful for having a man like that on my side.
Yeah.
Very, very grateful. Not because of just what he was accomplished in business and the music industry, but because who he is as a person and what he stands on. He stands on fucking business, bro. He could have ended this shit a long time ago.
What you mean? Ended what?
I don't want to get into details, but he could have all this shit. He could have,
I think I'm catching what you're saying.
But he said, no, I'm going all the way with this shit just to prove a fucking point of who I am. But he could have ended this a long time ago. Not in a bad way,
right?
Like, sign here. He could have done that, and okay, get out of here. But no, he wanted to prove, no, motherfuckers, I don't. That's not the way I roll. I stand on fucking business, and because of that, I'm proud of him. And a lot of people kind of already know that. And he said it when he came out of the court. Yeah, I'd rather have, I'd rather have a fucking cell than ever be a fucking rat. He said it. I mean, what I'm telling you is not private. He said it. One of the most epic clips of his, I think, forever, will be when he said that. I will never, ever be a fucking rat. I'd rather have a fucking jail cell than that. I'm not telling you something he didn't say himself.
Yeah.
He's a fucking G, bro. He's a fucking G.
I mean, you got famous gangsters, right? People who are in the cartels who, even though they cooperated, they still get glorified, right? Does that hold any honor to Ricardo Aguilar's lives or no?
Fuck no.
Okay.
You're a bitch. That's the way I look at you. I don't care who your dad was. I don't care who your dad is. Because I could have done the same shit, dog. When I was fighting a case, I had a very serious case on my dog, very serious.
No
and
shit.
all they wanted was a name. All they wanted was a name. I said, fuck no, let's go. As many years as you want to give me. It's death before dishonor, homie. So I stand on this shit. That's why even on this right here, I stand on it, dog. Like I'm not, because people don't know what I've been through in the conversations I've had with DAs before of, hey, just this, and this, and nah, hell nah. My dad don't raise me like that. My uncles didn't raise me like that. My grandpa didn't raise me like that. They raised a fucking man, and I'm gonna ride that shit out, even if it costs me the rest of my life. Because I will not walk around with my head down. I walk around with my head up. I'll walk in this neighborhood, the next neighborhood, not because I'm tough, because I know I don't owe anything to nobody. I don't give a fuck where I'm at, because I know I show respect when I show up. I don't owe you anything. I've never spoken bad on your name. I've never done any fraud. I've never lied to anybody. I've never stolen anything from anybody. I'll walk anywhere freely. And that, to me, you can't buy that shit, dog. And I respect the man that can do the same thing.
What's up with Angel? Does he have a release date, or how long is
With
it?
what, sorry?
Angel, Del Records.
Oh, he still has court, I think, next month or something like that. So I don't know.
Does it look lengthy?
I don't know, brother.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Like, as far, I don't get into details with him. I don't talk. We talk about other stuff, believe it or not. I just act like I ask him. He's my friend. How you doing? I'm doing good. Everything's good. But we don't go past that. If I asked him, I'm sure he would share with me. But I choose not to, because I know his mind. His mind is thinking already about his next move.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about the situation at hand. He's thinking about the next investment he's gonna make, the next this, the next that. That's the way he thinks. He's thinking 5 steps ahead of everybody else. Yeah.
I know you're big in the corridos. Is that something you would indulge in? Maybe like start some.
You know what? I don't. That's a good question. It's not out of the question for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I love music.
Yeah.
Music is life, brother. Music can inspire so many different feelings in you.
Yeah, it's facts.
You know, it can motivate you. It can get you sad. It can make you happy. It can get you excited. It's such a beautiful art. And my respect to the people in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's right. I want to, Brandon, earlier you said you fought a case, right? Let's backtrack real quick, right? For the people who don't know, are you born and raised in Bakersfield?
I was, East Bakersfield. Yeah.
Okay.
I lived in a town called Lamont till I was 12 years old.
Which is the outskirts, correct?
It's the outskirts. But then I moved to East Bakersfield when I was 12 years old. Well, my family, with my mom remarried. My parents got divorced when I was 6. My dad's always been a part of mine. He's not deadbeat. He's always been in my life. But my parents got divorced when I was 6, and we moved to East Bakersfield. And that's when I got introduced to a whole different life. I come from a family of charros. I come from a family of cowboys. My cousins in Modesto, Cazadores in Modesto, they're state champions, charros. I don't come from a family of gang members. I come from a family of cowboys.
Are you insinuating that right when you moved to Bakersfield, you got introduced to that lifestyle? Okay.
You are nature versus nurture. My nature was to be a cowboy, which I still am. I ride horses and I dance horses. I got horses, you know. However, nature versus nurture. It's nature versus nurture.
What was your first taste of like really like being like a troublemaker, pretty much in there, in Bakersfield? Like, how did you get introduced to that?
So one of my boys, I'm not gonna call him by his hood name. I'll just say his first name. You know, he'll know, and a couple people will know. But my boy Ivan, I've always been I've been this size since I was like in 2nd grade. I'm 6 feet tall, 250 pounds, and I've worked out my entire life. I've always been a big guy. And even then, and Ivan was the same way. He's a big guy. And I remember we were in high school, we were in Foothill High, and he comes up to me, and we kind of didn't like each other a little bit. But I don't know why he came up to me. He says, "Hey, I'm going to fuck some fool up in the locker room. You down or what?"
He didn't even know you?
No, he knew me. We didn't like each other.
Oh, shit.
Because it's that alpha male type of, and I was new in the block, and he's big, I'm fucking big. You know, he's the biggest guy in the eye.
Trying to size you up. Yeah,
size me up. But then out of nowhere, he comes up to me. And he's like, "Hey, I'm about to fuck this fool up in the locker room. You down or what?" Like it was an invitation. And I said, "All right." I said, "Let's roll." I rolled with him, and he was part of a hood. And so that was my first introduction to start getting in trouble in East Bakersfield.
Oh, shit.
And I liked it. I'm an Aries, and I have ADHD.
Oh, you're spiritual too. You believe in that?
It's not that I believe in it, but I do believe that signs have a little bit to do with it. I'm a firecracker, dog. You know what I mean? So when he's like, "Hey, let's roll," I'm like, "Let's fucking roll."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and he's still my friend today. He's one of my closest friends to this day.
That's right.
I love him to death.
Damn. So when did you go full on gas and like really start getting involved with the streets?
From that moment on.
From that moment on? Oh, shit.
Moment on, I had not been in a situation, but again, dog, keep in mind, you're 13 years old. When you first went to high school, you're what, 13?
You're like 13, 14?
Yeah, you're 13. Like before that, I mean, you're still a kid, bro. 12, 11 years old, you're a kid. You're some pinche mocoso. You're not really, you see what's going on, but you're not really involved. You're not hands-on. You're not boots on the ground. You're not putting in work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you get that your innocence is dead right there. One thing is seeing, the fools in the hood go at it. Shootouts, fucking overdoses, but it's a whole different thing when you're involved in it. And that was when I'm like, all right. And I like the taste of, going at it with motherfuckers. I enjoyed it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
people seeing this, they're gonna be like, damn, this fool Ricardo, this fool was evil. He actually got a kick out of like doing them sort of type of things.
I did, but I'm almost 40 years old, dog. Life changed for me. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I had no problem checking to see how strong your chin was.
Was there a situation that occurred that made you want to stop feeling that type of way, or no? Or you feel like that you still carry that to this day?
You mature.
So not even the case helped fix that.
No, fuck no. It got worse.
Oh shit.
Because then I went to the university of learning how to be a real criminal. You know what I mean? So then when I got out, I came out with the different like, you come out with the different swagger because I was 21 when I got out. So it's a different swagger. You're like, you know what I mean? Like I've kicked it with the big boys. I've kicked it with the big dogs. Like,
hold on. So backtrack, right?
Yeah.
What did he go in initially? What did he go in for?
So
we're not gonna say nothing new. What's documented, right? Like on.
Yeah, it's documented. It got minimized to discharging a firearm with gross negligence, discharge of firearm in a public place.
Were you faded or what?
Huh?
Were you faded or what?
No.
Oh.
No. Possession of stolen property because the gun was not registered. Not that I.
Oh, I'm thinking. My bad. I'm thinking you just shot it in the air, like.
Yeah. Well, everything got reduced to that.
Okay.
But it started. You know, discharging a firearm of gross negligence, discharging a firearm in public, you know, possession of a firearm without, license, possession of stolen property because the gun was obviously naturally not registered to me. So, but it got reduced to that. But I think you could kind of play out the scenario of what it originally started with.
Right.
With the public and negligence.
I get it.
Yeah. So then it got reduced to that. So that's how I caught that case. So
how long did you have to go away for?
So the original term was 16 months with a strike. Yeah,
oh, shit.
So it was a slap on the hand on wrist. I'm not gonna lie, it was a slap on the wrist.
Strike was pretty serious though.
No, because it was that or take 5 years with no strike.
Oh.
And I said, and it was my second offense already. So I literally caught a case in June of that year. In October, I caught the second one, both gun related, but the second one was obviously much more serious. So then that's when they're like, hey, it's 5 years. You haven't even gone in for the first case. You're already catching another one while you're on bail. So it's like, that's what the judge didn't like. So it was either take 5 years with no strike or 16 months with a strike. I said, fuck it, shoot me the turnaround. You know what I mean?
What did they send you to?
I was right there in the Wasco Shafter area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right off of Laredo Highway. You know where it's at.
How was that like for you in that?
It was a gladiator. There was no a peace treaty back then.
What year was this?
2008.
Okay.
2008. So there was no peace treaty back then. So 2008, 2009.
So it was still cracking with the other side.
It was cracking.
Oh shit.
It was cracking. There was no peace. The peace treaty came in 2015 with the Norteños. Yeah.
I want to get into that, right? Fuck it. Let's backtrack. We're gonna get back on this, right?
Yeah.
But from time to time, I do like to check the full community comment section, and I guess at one point in time, you were going back and forth with another individual, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? But you said something to the effect of, because I guess the topic was about Bakersfield Norteños, and you said some shit like, nah, there ain't no Nortes in Bakersfield. We already ran them all out.
We did.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
There was prior to you said 08?
It was prior to it was in 05.
So there's no Nortes in Bakersfield.
No, well, okay, let me explain.
Okay.
There's no hoods. But do you remember when there was when oh man, I don't know if you were there or not. When in Bakersfield, the houses are cheaper than the rest of the places, right?
Rest of the cities.
So people from Salinas, Monterey, Gonzales, San Jose were coming down to Bakersfield. My wife is from Gonzales. So her and her family moved to Bakersfield when she was 12 years old because the houses were cheaper. So when that migration happened, it pulled Norteños in because they were moving with their parents. So, but they were in the nice parts of town. They were not in the east side. The parents are not moving from the hood in Salinas
to go to another hood.
They were selling their houses in the hood for $600,000-$700,000 and buying a nice house in Bakersfield at that time for $300,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The nicer parts of town were $300,000-$400,000, and you're living in a nice part of town, right? So we didn't realize they were there. They didn't start a hood. We just didn't realize they were there, and there was a few of them.
Have you personally had encounters?
Yeah.
On the east?
Not on the east side. Fuck, they won't ever go to the east side. No, hell no. No, they're not there. Like they don't have a hood. They're not established. So when that migration happened, then like all the hoods are like, you go to the mall, you're like, why is this fool wearing red? Keep in mind, Delano's right there, so we're used to norteños. We know how to identify norteños. Delano and McFarland are right there. So you could identify them because you go to Delano, you'll see a couple. They'll see you, right? You go to McFarland, they don't really go into McFarland, but you go to Delano, you go to the...
Yeah, Delano's like the real borderline.
So you'll see norteños there. So you could identify them. They have the ponytails, you know, they shave everything, have the ponytail on the back. They wear a lot of red, you know? Like, I'll give it, even Sureños don't even wear as much blue as these motherfuckers wear red, right? Like, they're really norte. Yeah. Sureños are not like that. We're more hood-based, right? It's like, you're from the hood, and then you do the whole Sureño thing when you go to prison. Norteños are norteños outside and inside of prison. Like, they're norte. I don't even know what hoods they're from. They're just norte. That's all they stand by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what they glorify. Like, Sureños, you know, we don't really do that. We're Sureños, but we're in the hood, we're the hood. Then we get locked up, then we're with the homies. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
These fools don't separate that. So they're like really big about it, you know? And I have cousins that are norteños too. So we would see them at the mall. And you're like, the fuck? It kind of caught us off guard, you know? And like, all right, cool. And then you start seeing more. And then one time I'm with a couple of my boys and there's like 5 of them together walking in the mall. And mall's always neutral. There's no hood around the mall. It's not a hood there. So there's not like anybody's going to defend it. But if you happen to be in the mall, you would see them. This is 05, 06. And so then we're like, what the fuck? So then what ended up happening is that one of the homies ended up getting with a girl whose family came down from Salinas.
Oh, shit.
So she's the one that gave the scoop of, this is where I'm moving to. This is where, because he did it smoothly. He's not like, hey, where's it? No. Oh, you guys moved? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people from Salinas are moving down. He did it real smooth. Pirate, my homie Pirate. Like, hey, so where you guys living at? Oh, the majority of us came over here. So he comes back to the hood. Like, hey, we know where these fools are at.
Oh,
sure enough, went over there and there was like the families moved together.
They came as a unit.
They came as, to a certain extent, as a unit. So they were like all within the same block. And then, you know, needless to say, things were done to kick them out. So eventually the parents decided the parents decided to like, hey, we got to sell, we got to go back home. So they sold the houses and went right back up north. They didn't last long. That was like a kind of like a little bit of a year thing, but that was it. But they didn't establish a neighborhood. They can't. There's no norteño neighborhoods in Southern California, but there's a bunch of sureño neighborhoods in Northern California. Like, you're so norte, you're so badass, you're so hard. I don't give a fuck about it no more. Don't get me wrong. You know, I just think about that. Like, if you're so tough and you're so badass, how do you have sureño neighborhoods in your city? If you're so fucking hard, you know? And by the way, is there a bigger distance between San Diego and Delano or Delano to Oregon? What has a bigger chunk of California?
Oh, well, the bigger chunk is Oregon, Delano.
Delano to Oregon.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking territory, dog. There's just 4 hours worth of us. Think about this, from San Diego to Delano, it's 4 hours without traffic. There's only 4 hours worth of Southerners. Then you have fucking 13 hours, 14, 15 hours worth of norteños. How do you get beat by the geographically is this much?
Oh, so you're saying they're still getting beat to this day?
They're always getting beat. The prisons are ran by the homies. Like you might have, I think if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but San Francisco, help me out. Shit. San Francisco.
Prisons area?
Not Folsom. The other prison, San Quentin. Like that's a norteño prison. But like all the other prisons are, for the most part, you know, I don't know. I've been disconnected for too long. But last time from what I knew, San Quentin was a norteño prison, and they, primarily ran it. But every other prison is ran by homies.
To this day, is it a big deal enough? Let's say you were doing business and you come to find out he was a norte.
I've done it. No, I've done it.
You would do business? Like, it's not that.
I have agents of mine that were norteños. Matter of fact, half of my agents are in Northern California. And yeah, I've walked in. They know. Like, I have my placas, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have it, just one of them. I have my Trece right here. I have Montezuma over here.
But you got that while you were inside?
When I was locked up. Okay. I got it on my back. Like, if I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, you're gonna know I'm a Southerner. Like, there's no doubt about it. Well, that I was. Again, I don't want to, like, I didn't drop on it. I don't
associate.
I get it. I'm not in the life anymore. I'm not active anymore. But I got my placas. Like, you're gonna know, you know what I mean, that I was a Southerner, I'm a Southerner, or was part of the Southern movement. So, but when I go up north, some of my agents, matter of fact, I have an office in Porterville, Modesto, San Jose, Stockton. Yeah, half of my team is in Northern California. Some of the agents in there were norteños at one point, but we don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
I don't live that life anymore.
You know, of course, no, I get it, of course.
Don't care. They don't care. You know, we laugh sometimes. You know?
And with that being said, like, while you were inside, like, were there some type, if you could speak on it, if not, I respect it, were there some type of, like intense altercations? Right.
But we went at it with the blacks. Yeah, we had a little bit of an issue with the blacks.
Shit.
Over the paisas, they started drinking Pruno, got drunk, and they started acting up with the blacks. So then they jumped, we jumped.
Classic.
Yeah, So the paisas went at it, and then we jumped in with them, and then we had a big ass riot with riot with the blacks over it. Yeah, I mean, naturally they lost. We always outnumber them. You know what I mean? But still, they locked us down for like, I think like 60 days. We didn't have visits, nothing.
Shit.
Nothing. No tienda, no clecha. You couldn't go to school. You couldn't nothing. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Are you a super like hardcore on that? Because I know nowadays, fast forward 2025, you do got a lot of people like trying to peace treat between, but I'm not on the inside. I'm talking about on the streets, right? Trying to peace treat. Like, is that something you're for or no?
Absolutely, brother. I don't want to see us like killing each other.
Okay.
I don't want to see that. I don't care if I could go up north. If I go up north a lot, and if I see a little homie acting up or whatever, I don't come across those situations as much anymore because I'm not in those situations. But if I've got to see it maybe once or twice in the 8-9 years that I've been doing, almost actually 10 years that I've been doing business and I've changed and all stuff like that. But to be fair, dog, like, I only did the hood thing up until when I got out. After that, I was all business. So I was doing some shit, and I was doing business with people from Delano. They were straight up norteños. Like, it was business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had stuff I wanted. I had stuff they wanted. Once I got out, dog, I didn't see color anymore. Like, I've always been, let's make this money. As long as you don't steal from nobody, you're not committing fraud, you don't take something that doesn't belong to you, make that money. And then luckily, the homie from Delano, which he ran Delano, he was the same way with me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he ran Delano, and so I got connected to another homie, and he says, hey, this fool's solid, dog. Like, you're good. And sure enough, I went to Delano, and I walked in the house, and they knew I was Sureño, and the whole house was full of norteños, but the homie, hey, you don't touch this homie. Like, he's good. We're doing business. Matter of fact, I built a badass lowrider bike. I gifted it to his son for his birthday. He showed me a lot of love with other little things, and we had a great relationship. And to this day, I don't talk to him anymore because I haven't seen him and I don't know where he's at. But if I were to see him, I'd give him a big old hug just because out of the way he treated me with respect and love.
Right. Of course.
So I graduated from the hood mentality a long time ago.
No, I respect that. And it kind of seems like nowadays it's more people are for red and blue getting together with the influx of like, the bad yards, like overpopulating the good yards. And I know recently
50-50 yards.
Yeah. And I know recently, I guess they put an end to like the California model, which is like integrating GP yards with 50-50. Like,
did they stopped it? I don't know. They did it?
Yeah, like recently, like 2 days ago.
Oh my God, I hope so, dog, because I was killing a lot of homies were getting bad jackets over that.
For like over a decade, damn near.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, there's a lot of things people are not going home on time. They're maxing out on their sentences because of it.
How do you feel about that? Is that a valid enough reason for you to cut someone off if they were on a bad yard? Don't keep it real. We don't keep it real.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it, so I can't.
Yeah.
Even right now, I'm a businessman and everything, but if I can't do it, dog.
Because a lot of people are on the fence. It's like, well, he didn't do no weird shit or he didn't rat. He's just trying to go home to his family. But then you got other people on the side of the fence who are like, nah, well, he's affiliating himself with those people on that yard.
Yeah, but you're mixing yourself with the cagada. That's the way I look at it. So, okay, you want to go home, but you're having to break bread with the fucking pedophile or sex offender. You're okay with that, and I can't be okay with that. As a man, leaving the gang shit to the side. As a man, I can't vibe with that, dog.
Yeah. I
can't know that you broke bread or you slept in the same unit with the sex offender. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And think that we're gonna be cool, dog. I'm not gonna fuck you up. But I'm just not gonna fuck.
It's just like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I get you.
I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna be active towards you.
No, of course not. Yeah, but especially at this, time of your life.
So way past that. Yeah. But I can't trust you.
Yeah.
I can't trust you. But you've done proven you can't be trusted.
I want to get into this, right? Because before this interview, I did my homework like any other guest that I have up here. And, I looked you up on Google. And if this is a sensitive topic, we don't got to touch into this, right? But I guess, local news outlets in Bakersfield, they had actually, like, I guess authorities ran up in your home and raided your crib.
They did.
Right? And I think this was like a year, if I'm not mistaken, more or
No,
less.
it's been about 3 years.
Oh, shit. No way.
22.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, 22.
But and I get okay. So I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at the article, right? And I guess they confiscated. This is all documented. I'm not saying nothing that's not public knowledge, right? But I guess they confiscated some firearms and I guess a bulletproof vest that had the letters like CGNG on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened there? Like what were you doing when they ran up in there?
I like the way he asked. What were you doing? Okay. I have to go back from the raid for you to understand the story.
Okay.
I'm a known at this point. I'm kind of known places, whether you know me physically or you see me on social media or whatever. But I'm not like I can't be low key. It's tough. I go anywhere. I stopped at the store here, and the security guard was like, "Hey, you're Ricardo, aren't you?" Like I can't go at this point in my life, especially in California. I can't go unnoticed. I'm not a celebrity, dog, but people that are in the mix, the Hispanic community
in the area,
in
for
the
sure.
area, but Southern California, period. But I've landed in Texas and people recognize me. I could show you pictures of people taking pictures with me. Hey, I just ran into her. It happens. I'm not a celebrity, dog. I get away sick. No, I'm not. But I'm out and I'm public. And people, PBD podcast, YouTube, hood, just everything, dog. I'm just overly exposed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Legado 7 is in town. And Alex messaged me, hey, ¿cómo vamos a estar aquí en Bakersfield, La Movida? All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go. I hadn't been there in years. And I have a Lamborghini Urus. At that time, I still have a Urus. I had a Urus, have a Urus. And the police department, when I got out, they decided to pull me over. I mean, I'm Mexican. I'm in a Lamborghini. My compa, Pandita was driving. Because I had
clarification, what year is this? My bad. I mean to cut you off. What year was this?
22.
Okay.
So then we're taking off, and then they light us up. We're not driving around. Like, literally, we're going 10 miles an hour. Like, we're just leaving the spot. The concert's over. And
it was late night, though.
It was late night.
Yeah, I just trying to see what's up.
2 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. But there's nothing to see because I'm not acting radical. He's not driving. He hasn't drank. But, front license plate.
Yeah, some bullshit excuse.
Front license plate.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay, cool. So he's like, nice Lambo. The cop, young cop.
Oh, you were in the Lambo. Okay,
we were in the Lambo. Yeah, and he says, nice car. Whose car is it? I says, mine. But my boy's driving because I've been drinking. He's not drinking. All right, cool. Hey, you mind stepping out real quick? Just check because you're leaving the club. Just make sure. Yeah, cool. Everything's cool. And then the young cop comes next to me. He's like, hey, can I get your ID? And I'm like, yeah. I didn't think anything of it. And he asked me for the ID. I should have told him no because as a passenger, you don't have to show ID. But I didn't think anything of it. But it turns out that at that moment, I had something pending from 2014 that I didn't realize. I didn't realize that I had something pending.
A warrant? Or...
Yeah, like a warrant.
Okay.
But I didn't realize it, I hadn't got pulled over many times before that. Never did they bring it up. And he comes up to me, hey, dog, like, you got a warrant. I got to take you in. You can bail out on it, but you got a warrant. Something is this, it doesn't even show me what it is. It's just that you have a warrant. But it's not a big deal, dog. You're not like a red flag, but I have to take you in. It's a felony warrant. All right, cool. Boom, he goes in. But at that time, other cops that show up recognize me. It's like, hey, you know who that is? And he's like, no, I don't know who it is because he's younger, And then when he's in the passenger seat of the cop car when they're taking me into downtown, the other one, he's like, hey, you have a corrido, don't you? And I said, I do. And so he plays it in the cop car.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and so then...
Wait, my bad. You were in the cop car when he played it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were in
the back? They're taking me downtown.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because I had
For the warrant.
For the warrant.
Oh, and did they play it trying to troll?
No.
Okay.
No, just like, yeah, he has, oh shit. So it sparked the curiosity of that young cop. And so then he goes and looks me up. My social media is open. I made the mistake of posting firearms, which I recommend to everybody watching. Now, let me give you some hood advice. Take all that shit off your social media because they're watching. Okay. And so he's like, hey, this fool's we're just bringing it in for a felony. Then this fool has weapons. And I have gold-plated guns, 24 karat guns, like ARs, all kinds of shit. By the time they showed up, the other guns we had already got sold them. Like people bought them legally. They were transactioned out. One of my boys wanted them, and anyway, the guns were not there. So, but the ARs were, and I'm a felon in possession of firearms. So that warranted for them to get a warrant
to raid
my house. And they raided me in December, right after Halloween. Hence your question about the vest. But there was no plates in it.
Wait, so what do you mean? What do you mean with the vest?
They raided me in December. Halloween had just passed. They raided me December 5th.
Oh, it was a Halloween costume.
It was a Halloween costume.
I like that. Yeah. It
was a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
So then, but then there was weapons there. And so that's what they took me in for. But I beat the case because the guns were registered.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I beat it. Yeah.
Oh, so everything's all good.
I'm good. I'm right here.
Yeah. No, that's right. Damn. All right. Yeah. Yeah, because there was several news articles. It wasn't just one.
I'm a little bit known, dog. So I was a trophy.
Yeah, no.
I was a trophy.
Yeah. You what they like to call nowadays a trophy.
I was a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they they did a big report. They tried to put the vest and the pictures, and because if you look it up, you're gonna be able to see it. And people are like, hey dog, Halloween, homie. It's Halloween. Halloween just passed.
Yeah.
So you could wear a 701 hat. You could wear a gallero hat, but I can't have a Halloween costume. So the judge threw it out. Like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's Halloween. Like, anybody can wear whatever they want. So in that case, you would have to lock up anywhere that has a 701 or a Chapito hat.
Yeah, no, of course.
Get locked up. I didn't fall in any different of a category. But the guns were all legally owned, and they were registered to my wife, and they're my wife's guns. So the judge says, yeah, this is not gonna. Do
you get a lot of problems like from the law, like no, to this day?
No.
Okay.
I got pulled over 3 days ago. I was speeding. They pull up their stuff, and I don't give them a I roll down on my windows. Yes, sir. No, sir. Can I get your license here? Here you are. I have no issues.
No.
I travel the world. I have a criminal record, but I travel in and out. Never no issues. I'm good because I don't do nothing wrong, dog.
Yeah.
I mind my business. I'm cool. I'm respectful. I don't fight with them. But I don't give them a reason to fuck with me anyway.
Yeah.
So yes or no, sir. That's it.
Staying on this like cartel topic, right? Again, back to me doing homework on you. I was watching a couple of your interviews, and I guess you had revealed that like back where you're from, one of your grandmother's friends delivered like a popular a figure.
Yeah. Not a secret.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's in Michoacán?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, it is what it is. People are born where they're born.
Yeah.
And they're from where they're from. And that's all there is to it. So
do you take offense to that when people do try to like come at you because you are who you are or you are where you're from?
I don't know anybody anything.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody anything. I haven't done anything wrong. Everybody has a toe to step on. Right? Oh, look at bro, I'm telling you, even with everything that's happened, I've made more money than I ever have. You know why? Because you know where I stand. You know, I don't hide anything.
Yeah.
You can't hide anything. So here I am. I'm in front of you. This is it.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
No. I like that.
So most people and I fuck with some heavy hitters in business. Heavy people with heavy names behind them. And that represent world-known brands. They fuck with me because you're like, and it never fails. I always ask, why did you choose to do business with me? Because I fuck with you, man. You're real. And we like that.
Yeah.
It's open. Me being open about all this shit has actually opened more doors for me than it's closed. It's actually never closed a door for me. Ever.
You being in the limelight.
Them knowing my past.
Oh.
Where I come from. What I've done. I don't hide it. You can't hide nothing. It's 2025, my boy. You're a Google search away from people knowing exactly
Facts.
everything about you, especially me. You can't hold none of that shit against me. You can't. Everybody that needs to know about it knows about it. And the people that fuck me to do business, you don't think they Googled me? You don't think they found out about me? But then they see who I fuck with. Man, this motherfucker's over here with Bush, he's with PBD, he's with so-and-so, he's over here, he's over here. I mean, if they fuck with them, then we're good. And
Yeah.
if they happen to ask me, hey, I came across this. Yeah, what happened? This, and this. Cool. Let's keep moving. Because I'm not trying to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And that's why you see these heavy influential people fuck with me.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide from anybody. And you can never, I will never allow you to hold anything over my head. Because the only one that's going to open that door is going to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
So that's simple, though.
I want to switch topics, right? Something that a lot of our people are talking about right now are the recent ICE raids, right? And something real common during these protests / riots, whatever you want to call them, is the people burning the American flag, right? People feel some type of way about it. People are for it because you're exercising your First or Second Amendment right, whichever one it is. How does Ricardo Aguilar exactly feel about that?
Let me ask you a question. Just because you can do something, should you do it?
No.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah, you're exercising your free. So, but what are you telling America, the country you want to stay in?
So here's the thing, right? I recently interviewed a guerrilla Hebrew, and I asked him the same thing, and he said, "Well, if you're a true American, you should be for burning the American flag because as an American, it's your right to do so and exercise your right." To that, you say,
Do whatever you want, bro. I mean, you're right. Okay, do it. What did Dr. Phil say? How's that working out for you, though? So, as a senator, sitting in Congress, sitting in the Senate, I'm watching the TV and I turn on the TV. And I'm like, let me see if we're going to give amnesty, right? And I do this. You're burning the American flag, huh? Okay. You can. But should you?
It won't provoke any real change, is what you're saying, pretty much.
You don't think that? Let me look this up. Okay, I know they can, but you want to stay here. Okay. You can, but you want to stay here, but you want to burn the flag. You can.
So what is the proper approach to you?
I'm glad that you ended the question with to you. Because I don't speak on behalf of everybody. But I will tell you from a man that has experience in dealing with these people in power, I can tell you exactly how they think. Because I've been there and I've heard the conversations. So I'm going to give you some insider information. They're not these racist, bigoted, they don't want brown people here. They're not those people, dog. They're not. But they believe in the law of the land. And they do want to deport people that are here illegally. Okay? Be clear. It's important that you're clear about that. They do want to deport people that are here illegally. And your argument of, but they haven't done anything wrong, they don't give a fuck about that. Because being here illegally is illegal. Okay? Like, I don't care if you agree with me. I'm telling you the conversations that are being had because I'm part of those conversations. Okay? So, when I ask them, because I have, how should we go about it then? Well, definitely burning the flag, waving the Mexican flag, and stopping the freeway is definitely going to help you. So then what is? Well, we can't really answer that because we don't know. Okay, well then, can I give some proposals? Yeah. How would you feel about me if I showed up with a sign that said, I graduated high school, I have my bachelor's degree, I pay my taxes, my parents raised me the right way, but they're here illegally. Give them a chance. How would you feel towards me if I did that?
Yeah, I'd probably feel more inclined, be more sympathetic, right?
That's the exact answer I got, brother.
Yeah.
And I said, would you consider me to potentially let me stay or my parents stay? With some stuff being done, sure, maybe. You go from a no to a maybe. And that's what I want to do. I want to push the line to maybe. Because there's a lot of people here that have worked really hard, that have been here for 10, 15 years, that I would hate to see them go. And I don't want them to go. But the way we're doing things, bro, que fuck guys, que this is stolen land. Oh my God.
You don't subscribe to that when people say that it's stolen
Bro,
land.
it's not even about I subscribe to it.
It is what it is.
I mean, dog.
Yeah.
Come on. If amnesty was on the shoulders of Prime, and Prime was walking around with the fuck ice, this is stolen land, and all of us, millions of Hispanics and Mexicans, or Hispanics, Latinos, all of us, told Prime, you're going to represent us in Congress, how would that go down, bro?
Well, no, of course not. That's you coming at it with disrespect, and people are going to feel some type of way about it. So it's not going to go his way. Yeah. Right from outside looking in, it kind of seems like people are on the Malcolm X approach, right? Like, we're going to fight back, play fire with fire type of deal. But you're saying that's not proven to work.
Who made the Civil Rights Act possible? Malcolm X or MLK?
MLK. Yeah. Yeah, go with the blueprint. I get it.
Go with the blueprint that's already worked, dog.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take the MLK way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't effective. So if you want to have real change, then do something, brother. Do something that's going to impress them. Do something to say, you know what? Yeah, they could be good members of society. You know?
Yeah.
And by the way, if it doesn't, you're not entitled to it. Why the fuck do they got to do something they don't want to do? All I'm asking for our people to do is to raise the odds of potentially getting amnesty. Raise the odds. There's no guarantees. Just raise the odds.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. Raise the odds. By letting people know, future doctor, future lawyer, future congressman, future senator, you know, here's my diploma, here's my,
well, online, right? Well, I'm gonna be real. I stay in downtown, and like, I went to a protest. I'm gonna keep it real, and I seen, like, right when I came out, I seen people burning shit, burning like garage cans, burning all types of shit. But the people who are burning it, like, I seen it with my own eyes. Like, these were white people, right? I'm gonna just say how it is. Or maybe they were fair-skinned Mexicans.
Antifa.
Right?
It's Antifa.
But what I say that to say that a lot of times there's not really our gente that are out here.
I agree, bro.
Destructing,
I agree.
Shit.
But let's not act like we haven't seen Mexicans
with the
Mexican flag, bro.
Of course. Yeah,
let's not act like we haven't.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. But let's not act like we haven't seen that. Let's not act like we haven't seen them burn cars. Let's not act like we haven't seen fuck ice by Mexicans. Let's not act like we haven't seen this is stolen land. Okay? Let's not pretend like we're not like we haven't seen that.
Okay, yeah.
Fair?
That's fair.
Okay. I'm with you. It's Antifa.
I'm saying it's not only Mexicans doing that. That's what I say to say. Yeah.
But let's be fair of the reality of things. The fuck ice by real Mexicans is very real. So,
well, since that, a lot of people are calling for Gavin Newsom to run for 2028. See, given what's going on, is that someone who you would support?
Man, how quickly we forget when they pull at our emotional strings. How quickly we forget that he was the same person that locked up people for paddleboarding during COVID in the beach. He's the same person that had his kids in private school, private school, where his kids were still going to school, but your kids couldn't go to school. He's the same guy that kept his winery open, but you had to close your business. He's the same guy that had parties with his friends, but you couldn't go visit your dying grandmother in the
retirement home.
In the retirement home. Cool, vote for him. That's the problem with Hispanics, bro. They pull out our emotional ties way too much. They pull the emotional strings and they get a reaction out of us. Mexicans and Latinos and Hispanics have a very short-term memory. They're like Nemo.
Oh, shit. Well, they're saying not only Gavin Newsom, right, but they're saying Kamala Harris might even run for governor of California.
The one that locked up more blacks than any other fucking DA in the world?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Cool story, bro. The one that was told that hid the evidence of a man that could be released because he was innocent, but she wanted to get her conviction rate high. Yeah, go ahead and vote for her.
You do got a lot of hardcore liberals who are Mexican or Latino, right? Like, for example, like Eddie and Alexander Morado. I'm not sure if you're too familiar with him, but he pretty much got locked up for advocating for street vendors, going to these to people who did something to street vendors, going to their home, causing them up. Is there any honor to you, people who do stand up for the street vendors, or do you feel like they should go about it a certain way?
Nah, bro. You go out, you hurt a street vendor, man, you need to get your ass whooped. You need to get your ass handed to you. Most people don't deserve that. And sometimes a little street justice ain't too bad.
There was an incident that happened in Bakersfield too, I think like a couple years back. When the street vendor thing, it almost became a trend, right? People attacking street vendors, and that was really like an LA thing. But I know a situation happened in Bakersfield, right?
I'm not familiar with it. I'd be lying too, because I'm not familiar. I'm not saying that it happened. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah. Now, what was the incident that happened in Park? I guess someone was selling raspados, and then like someone who does have a legal license to sell food at Hart Park got at old boy and was like, "Hey, you need to get the fuck out of here. You don't got a permit. Get out the Hart Park."
It's very possible.
Yeah. So it's fuck them then, pretty much.
Huh?
It's fuck them, like people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
No questions asked.
I respect that. Shit. But before we clock out of this, right? Like, is there a message you need to say to the Latino community?
Okay. My message to the Latino community is fight for what you believe in. Stay true to yourself. No dream is too big for you to accomplish. Be disciplined. Stay focused. Be around positive-minded people. You don't need approval from anybody. Your skin color is irrelevant. Where you were born was irrelevant. What financial situation you were born in is irrelevant. Your power comes from God and God only. You are a chosen one, because if God allowed you to walk this earth, he chose you out of the millions of sperm cells that were going into your mother. You're the one that God chose to make it all the way. And because God allowed you to get that far and allowed you to breathe the air on this earth, you owe it to yourself to chase that dream that you have and never give up despite what anybody might tell you. Be prepared that the most hate and rejection you're going to get are from the people that you love the most. The people that you call friend and family are the ones that are going to oppose you the hardest. But God has prepared a group of strangers that you've never met in your life to be the biggest support system you're ever going to get. Never be closed-minded to learning something that you may not know too much about. Never be too high on your highs. Never be too low on your lows. Don't forget that even after a big storm, the sun always comes out. And if you can have that mindset, you're going to be all right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And despite what you may think or hear, everything that we do is for the betterment of our people. And I have full faith that we're going to take this country in the next 10, 15 years to a place it's never been before, with progress, with innovation, with business, with teaching our community that we are not victims of anything, that we're going to be all right. That would be my message to the Hispanic people.
I like that. Shit, well, Ricardo, you know, it was a pleasure having you, man.
Pleasure's all mine.
You know, there was a lot of gems, a lot of game in this interview. I might go over a lot of people's heads, you know. And shit, I just want to thank you for coming through, man.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a blast.
Absolutely, you know. And on that note, shit, we out.